found money for viewers. Lost money found.
Whoa! Anybody here know CPR?
And when Inside Edition shows up with the good news, anything can happen.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. $180,000.
Oh, my God.
Lost money found. Watch the next Inside Edition.
Finally, former POW Jessica Lynch on the offensive in Iraq. Diane McInerney reports.
She was the wounded POW who won America's heart after her dramatic rescue. Now, Private Jessica Lynch has a book on the bestseller list and strong opinions about the assault in Fallujah.
This is something we started and we should definitely finish it.
Lynch says her leg is healing well and she just has one more operation to go.
We'll see you tomorrow.
Now, live CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 4.
A major offensive is underway in the streets of Fallujah, Iraq. 15,000 U.S. and Iraqi troops launching attack after attack against the insurgents. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm Marc Howard.
And I'm Alycia Lane. Army troops, Marines, and Iraqi special forces are going after 3,000 insurgents. Hundreds of thousands of civilians have already evacuated Fallujah. Correspondent Charlie Daggett reports from Baghdad.
Drawing insurgent firepower and blasting positions when they dared fire back. The first wave of the offensive killed dozens of insurgents, says the U.S. military. But it was just the softening up stage. North of the city, U.S. warplanes, tanks, and artillery blasted suspected insurgent positions and set off bombs and booby traps ahead of the ground invasion.
I feel bad for them, but they brought it on themselves.
Then came the word from the Iraqi prime minister, and it was a go for the full 10,000-strong force to invade.
We are determined to clean Fallujah from terrorists.
As night fell, thousands of U.S. and Iraqi troops punched into the northeast sector of the city, where insurgents are thought to have dug in among the narrow alleyways, hiding in residential areas, schools, and mosques. The full-scale assault was underway. As the offensive unfolds, insurgents are fighting back, even here in Baghdad, where one suicide bomber on the road to the airport killed a number of people and another struck a Catholic church in the center of the capital. The Baghdad airport has been closed, and so have the borders with Syria and Jordan. While the battle for Fallujah rages on, the country is in a virtual lockdown. Neither the Iraqi government nor the U.S. military believe the assault on Fallujah will bring an end to the insurgency, and in the short term, they expect it to get worse. But they hope retaking Fallujah will break its back and prove that the Iraqi government is in control, no matter the cost. In Baghdad, Charlie Daggett, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
With the operation still going on in the middle of the night, Iraqi time casualty reports are incomplete. However, we do know that 2 U.S. soldiers were killed when their bulldozer flipped over into the Euphrates River. At least 42 insurgents are dead. Casualties among Iraqi forces have not been released at this hour.
Breaking news into CBS 3, a terrible crash in Jackson Township, New Jersey. Chopper 3 over the scene at Hyson and Larson Roads. As you can see, a car slammed into a utility pole there. Police tell us there are multiple injuries. There was a police pursuit reported in that area, but it is unclear at this time if this accident is a result of that chase. We'll stay on top of this for you and have more details as we get them.
And in weather, it looks like what they used to call a 3-dog night. Yes, it's going to be cold. Kathy Orr and the CBS 3 weather team crunching all the numbers. Looks like we're in for the coldest night of the season, right, Kathy?
Absolutely. The coldest air of the season moving on in. We are looking at the big chill across the Delaware Valley. Elsewhere, they're seeing snow. Take a look at live Mega Doppler 3. Yeah, no joke in upstate New York, looking at snow showers there. For us, it just will be the cold. Take a look at what's going on locally. We're talking about temperatures turning colder, and they certainly will be. Let's take you to the weather map and show you. We have stiff northwesterly winds blowing to 25 miles an hour. They'll subside tonight, but we're talking about high temperatures tomorrow in the 40s. Last time that happened was April 11th, and tomorrow's high temperature only 46. For tonight, a freeze warning in effect for our southern suburbs, south and east of Philadelphia, also the state of Delaware, Philadelphia County, also Delaware County included. The reason why we haven't gotten down into the 30s in these areas, but we will tonight. Coming up, we'll take a look at how low the temperature will go and how quickly we'll rebound with your first look at the 5-day forecast. Alycia?
All right, see you in a bit, Kath. Authorities are asking for your help in finding the killer of a dry cleaner owner. The father of two shot and killed this morning during a robbery attempt. Anne-Marie Green live now in Philadelphia's Winfield section with the details. Anne-Marie.
Well, police say Ki-Young Hong most likely was shot and killed shortly after opening up his dry cleaning business here at about 7 in the morning, and they believe robbery was the motive.
It's a shame. I don't understand who would want to hurt him. You know, I'm just stunned.
Customers, employees.
I don't believe it. I mean, you know, he was such a nice guy, you know. And I ain't too much. I can't talk right now because I'm very, very upset.
And family members. All are stunned over the murder of Ki-Young Hong, a 42-year-old father of 2 young boys who ran this dry cleaning business over the past 7 years.
At around 7:25 a.m., he was found by a customer behind the counter, shot multiple times, and dead.
Police believe the killer may also be a thief. They're looking for Hong's white 1999 Astro van, license plate YGH 7891, with red tape on the passenger's side view mirror. City Councilman Michael Nutter, who represents this area, also has his office right across the street.
It is just incredible that you can't run a business and earn your livelihood here in the city without having people like this take these kinds of disgusting actions.
Now, police are asking if you do spot Hong's van to call 911. Meanwhile, a local anti-drug and violence group is planning a vigil right here at 6 o'clock at the scene. From Winfield, I'm Anne-Marie Green, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
Thanks, Anne-Marie. A man's under arrest in connection with a baseball bat beating in broad daylight. It left a victim in critical condition. Nadir Ali is charged with attempted murder and other crimes. He was arrested at his parents' home in North Jersey. Police say that Ali viciously beat medical student Leah Sullivan as she left a food market at 10th and South in Philadelphia yesterday.
As near as I could tell, what we've gotten from our talks with the roommates is basically they were acquaintances. They have not been able to provide a relationship, anything prior other than acquaintances.
Well, police say Ali escaped in a car after the attack, but eyewitnesses got the license plate number which led to his arrest.
Authorities are investigating an arson murder in Philadelphia's Germantown section. Flames broke out just before noon in this row home in the 200 block of West Seymour Street. Chopper 3 on the scene. Inside, firefighters found a 22-year-old woman stabbed to death and naked from the waist down. Her name has not yet been released. Authorities are searching for her killer. I-95 is now reopened. It was shut down while police investigated a suspicious vehicle parked underneath the highway. Chopper 3 first on the scene over I-95 between Girard and Allegheny in Philadelphia. A gas can on the road next to a Winnebago raised alarm, but police say it turned out to be nothing. Traffic was backed up for miles. Everything is now back to normal.
New Jersey Governor Jim McGreevey says farewell to the people of the Garden State and the governor's office. During a farewell speech today, McGreevey detailed his accomplishments and the soul-searching that he's undergone during his tenure in office. Robin Rieger live now in Trenton with reaction to the farewell speech. Hi, Robin.
Hi, Mark. Well, you could say McGreevey's speech was brief and to the point, and it began with a show of affection and support.
Thank you.
To applause and a packed house of invited guests only, New Jersey Governor Jim McGreevey took responsibility for an extramarital affair with a man aides say is Golan Sapel that led to his resignation effective next Monday.
To be clear, I am not apologizing for being a gay American, but rather for having let personal feelings impact my decision-making.
This farewell speech was intended to call attention to McGreevey's legacy and the people who helped shape it, his staff and cabinet members and some legislators.
Together, we created greater economic opportunities for working families and brought redevelopment to Camden, Asbury Park, the Meadowlands, Atlantic City.
McGreevey also highlighted stem cell research and domestic partnerships and shared some personal reflections.
I stand before you as a man who has experienced the freedom that comes with the truth.
Supporters praised his courage.
And he took responsibility, he apologized, he outlined his achievements, and he gave a message of hope.
I think the apology was very important. I think the people of New Jersey needed to hear it.
Now, McGreevey did not address reporters here at the event. Neither did Senator Dick Cody, who will take over the governor's office next Monday. Live in Trenton, I'm Robin Rieger, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Robin, thank you. Well, it had to happen sometime. The Eagles' winning streak ends with a bang. They were beaten by the Steelers 27-3.
Sports Director Beasley Reese here after having an exclusive talk with Donovan McNabb. Coulda, shoulda, woulda, huh?
A lot of things went wrong. You know, winners find positives in every situation. That's what the Birds are doing. They are 7-1, tied for the best record in the league, and 2 games up in their division. Let's smile about that. Winners also keep it real, though. The Eagles know they got slapped around in Pittsburgh. Horrible on third down, the down that keeps the drive alive. Poor tackling, poor adjustments by the players and coaches, and, of course, there's T.O. accused of doing something very negative when he stalked Donovan on the sideline. That is not what happened.
He was wanting the ball. No, just y'all need to stop that. Yeah, y'all need to stop that. You know, actually, I was frustrated at the time, and he was pretty much trying to calm me down, and as well as get all the guys together and just make sure we're all on the same page. You know, things were not going as well as we wanted it to. In order for that to change, we all had to be on the same page, and he was kind of that mediator.
Now, Donovan told me he just didn't want to hear anybody at that point. All right, Andy Reid assured the faithful through the media today that his guys will bounce back. That part of the story in a couple of minutes.
Okay, Bees, thanks. Well, the fans are all shell-shocked. They are still reeling from the loss of all this.
Right, but the ones we talked to say no worries.
It was extremely frustrating. It was painful to watch that. The defense really needs to be revamped, I believe. They're not stopping the run, but I still love them.
Oh, I ain't gonna lose hope. The Eagles, I mean, we going to the bowl. I mean, we'll be 7-1 now. We're going to the bowl. We'll be 8-1 next week.
All right, that's the spirit. Mayor Street, no, he's not switching team alliances. He lost a bet with Pittsburgh's mayor and had to wear a Steelers jersey to work today.
Oh, dear. Embarrassing. Bad news on the Schuylkill Expressway. Fender bender Bob in the traffic center. Hi, Bobby.
Got you covered. Good afternoon, everybody. Here is the scene within the last half hour. The Schuylkill Expressway, the scene of an accident. Never good when the car's facing sideways, a medical emergency along with it. Traffic brought to a grinding halt here, eastbound in toward Philadelphia. Come on, let's roll the maps in motion, show you the situation right now. The sensor's picking up the delays. It's eastbound right here at Gulf Mills. Now, in addition to the Schuylkill traffic slowing down in this area, there's also an accident on the Gulf Road ramp to the westbound Schuylkill, which is temporarily shut down at the moment. Double trouble in Lower Moreland. We're looking at an accident at Byberry and Buck, a vehicle fire right here at Philmont and Byberry. Pensy Turnpike sensors is showing green means go. A little triple shot around town, some of the rest of the roadways. The big problem is the Blue Route, 476 northbound, pretty much a jam into exit number 5. That is, of course, for Route 1. Let's open up that front door, go outside, say good afternoon to 95. Headlights are heading southbound into Delaware County, where a project started today, 95 in the area of 476. And when I come back in the next half hour, a new project coming to the Schuylkill Expressway with major delays. It begins tonight. Alycia, Marc, back over to you.
Just what we needed, Bobby.
Yeah, right. All right, coming up on CBS 3 Eyewitness News, a narrow escape.
I figured the car was totaled, but I'm not.
A driver talks about his brush with death after a tractor trailer flips over and smashes his car. We're live.
A major twist in the Kobe Bryant case involving the civil suit filed by the woman accusing him of rape.
A shaky scene caught on camera as an earthquake rocks Japan.
And real desperate housewives. We talk exclusively with Dr. Phil about today's show that'll leave you shocked. We're coming right back.
Diving into the street, not a good idea.
The greatest gaffes, goofs, and bloopers from the CBS 3 video book. Classic moments you've never seen. CBS 3 gaffes, goofs, and bloopers. Tonight at 11. The next generation of Ford is right here, right now. The all-new Ford GT. The next Super Duty. The all-new 500. The new Escape Hybrid. The all-new Freestyle. The new Mustang. Experience this exciting new lineup at your local Ford store, November 18th through the 21st. Welcome to the next generation of Ford, built for the road ahead.
Let's get inside. Richard Pryor inside his tearful reunion with young comedians. Then inside with the desperate housewives on the Tara Reid fallout. And inside baby wrangling tricks on a Hollywood set. Help! Next Insider.
Tonight at 7:30 after E.T. on CBS 3.
Still ahead, big news for Smarty Jones's family, worth millions of dollars. We've got the details and a connection between cold snaps and heart attacks. New medical information that could impact thousands of people. We'll be right back.
From carpets to hardwoods and so much more. Call 866 My New Floor.
Right now, use your Carpet Factory Outlet credit card and pay no interest up to 1 year. Call today for a free pre-measure and get $50 off along with a free padding upgrade.
Carpet Factory Outlet. Call 866 My New Floor.
Diamonds, the gift she really wants. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, most with GIA or EGL certs, laser inscribed and guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of mountings, and your diamond is set while you wait. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99. Marquise solitaires are $3.99, and 1-carat studs are $3.99. The Jewelry Factory carries most shapes and sizes, including 5 carats and above. You can't beat our deals. Buy Factory Direct and Save, the Jewelry Factory in Norristown.
If you see news, accidents, or traffic delays, report it with your cellular phone. Just dial star CBS 3 and be a part of the singular wireless mobile force.
A strong earthquake rocks northern Japan. At least 8 people are injured. The magnitude 5.9 earthquake appears to be an aftershock to last month's magnitude 6.8 quake. 39 people were killed and more than 2,000 injured in that earthquake and its aftershocks.
Day 4 of the deliberations in the Scott Peterson double murder trial, and the jury may be deadlocked. The judge summoned jurors to the courtroom today to reissue instructions on several key points. At that time, jurors told the judge they may be unable to reach a verdict. Earlier today, jurors got to see up close the boat the prosecutors claim that Peterson used to dump his body's wife in the ocean. Afterwards, the defense asked for a mistrial, but that request was denied. New developments today in the Kobe Bryant case. Attorneys for the woman accusing the NBA player of rape say they might drop the civil suit in Colorado and refile it in California. That's because Colorado's state law has strict limits on financial damages. A federal judge is deciding whether the man who shot President Reagan in 1981 should have longer unsupervised visits away from his psychiatric hospital. John Hinckley's attorney asked the judge to approve 4-day trips every 2 weeks to his parents' home in Virginia. Hinckley was acquitted of the assassination attempt by reason of insanity.
There are rising tensions amid growing speculation about the health problems of Palestinian leader Yasser Arafat. Some top Palestinian officials are heading to France to consult with Arafat's doctors. They will only say Arafat's condition is critical but stable, and visitors are being restricted.
On our health alert tonight, researchers say that cold snaps combined with air pollution can trigger heart attacks and even cause heart disease. They say when the temperature falls below 7 degrees Fahrenheit, up to 3 times as many people are taken to the hospital with heart failure. Pollution also makes it harder for some people to breathe. That would affect the heart's ability to function properly.
Are you looking to get away from the cold weather? Maybe you're looking for an end-of-the-year vacation that won't break the bank.
Our favorite penny pincher, 3 on your sides, Jim Donovan, says the deals are out there, as long as you know where to look, right?
You keep calling me that, Mark. I don't like it. December is a slow month for certain types of travel, especially at the beginning of the month. We found some deals that are hard to pass up. MSC Cruises has a 7-night cruise of the Western Caribbean aboard the Opera. Inside cabins $495, ocean view $695, balcony cabins $995 per person. Set sail December 11th from Fort Lauderdale. Also on the 11th, Royal Caribbean is offering a 7-night cruise of the Eastern Caribbean aboard the Voyager of the Seas. Inside cabins $499, ocean view $599, balcony $699, suites $949 per person. Depart from Miami. This deal's only good if you book your cabin tomorrow. Celebrity has a 10-night New Year's Caribbean cruise aboard the Horizon. Inside cabin $600 per person, ocean view $700. Depart December 31st from Tampa. This deal, too, can only be booked tomorrow. Prefer a land resort instead? Air Jamaica Vacations has a 4-night package to the Beachcomber Club in Montego Bay, Jamaica. $492 per person includes round-trip air and accommodations. Depart December 10th. Want to hit the slopes instead? After the new year, GoGo Vacations has a 5-night package to the Horizon Casino Resort in Lake Tahoe. $585 per person includes air accommodations and 4 days of lift tickets. Select dates are available for departures between January 17th and February 17th. For information on those deals or others, as always, you can log on to KYW.com and click on 3 on your side. Mr. Moneybags.
For the record, he prefers frugal or thrifty?
Thrifty.
Oh, not
but in any case, I mean,
not penny pincher.
Penny pinchers and cheapskates are people to ask questions about because they know these things.
Thrifty.
Okay. Also?
I just won't buy retail.
Okay.
Yep. Good time.
Thank you, Jimmy.
Oh, boy.
Yes.
All right, some of our youngest viewers braved the chill today to salute Chopper 3. We just love these. Look at this. It's huge. Courtesy of the students at Skippack Elementary School in Collegeville, Montgomery County. That is just a great 3. It's humongous. A beautiful Chopper 3 salute. We want to thank all those little kitties. Good afternoon. I'm CBS 3 meteorologist Kathy Orr. The kids were out with their sweatshirts today. By tomorrow, it will be mittens and winter coats. Let's take you down the shore where it's beautiful today, a little bit on the gusty side. You're looking at our Avalon cam, the view from the Golden Inn. In Philadelphia, plenty of sunshine to go around. You can see the city. A little bit of a silhouette this afternoon with high temperatures today barely making it into the 50s. Live Mega Doppler 3 looking at dry conditions throughout the Delaware Valley, but near Scranton, Wilkes-Barre seeing a few flurries making it their way because of the gusty winds crossing the Great Lakes of New York and dumping some snow, inches in upstate New York, Utica, New York, and Syracuse, New York. We just will be feeling the windy conditions in the Delaware Valley, thankfully. Let's take a look at the numbers for the day across the region. The high today in Philadelphia, 51 degrees, the low 45, normals being 58 and 42 for this time of year, so a day below average on the high side. Right now, our temperature, 50 in Philadelphia, Trenton 48, Pottstown 49, as well as in Reading, Allentown 47, 51 in Millville and Wilmington, a little bit milder today in Dover and Cape May, but right now through South Jersey and also Delaware, we're seeing some cloud cover. You can see it right there. There's the snow to the north. These clouds will be suppressed by clearing that's moving in from the west. Our future weather overnight shows a clear sky and cold conditions that will be settling in. Those stiff northwesterly winds will be subsiding somewhat overnight, and by tomorrow they'll pick back up. It will be a breezy day with plenty of sunshine, fair weather trying to build in, but a big chill in the air and a very cold start to the day as well. And that is why the National Weather Service has issued a freeze warning in tonight for Philadelphia County, Delaware County points to the south and east. We haven't seen freezing temperatures here just yet, but it will be overnight as temperatures sink into the 20s and to the 30s. To the north and west of Philadelphia, we have already had our freeze there, so that's why you don't have a freeze warning in effect, but it still will be as cold. Clear and cold tonight, 28 to 33. That's the range, gang. By tomorrow, mostly sunny and windy. 46 will be the temperature, but with northwest winds blowing 15 to 20 miles an hour, you know it's going to feel colder than 46. It will feel like it is actually in the 30s. On the exclusive Eyewitness Weather 5-day forecast, looking ahead to temperatures that will remain very much on the chilly side. Wednesday's high only 47, the morning low 30. Thursday's high 56, an improvement, the morning low 32. By Friday, some rain showers. Thank goodness those temperatures have warmed up, or they would have been snow showers. And for Saturday, sunshine, the high 44, the morning low 32 degrees. Well, today we were out and about and we were looking for, yesterday for kid casters across the Delaware Valley, and we were at the Granite Run Mall. I think we have a sample.
Today's forecast is going to be sunny at a high of 68 degrees, a low of 43 degrees.
And warm. And chilly, so you better have your raincoats on.
Very good. Very good, kids. I should correct myself. Those were from the Oxford Valley Mall. We are looking for kid casters across the Delaware Valley. If you would like your child to try out, or if you're a child at home, come to the Granite Run Mall this weekend. We'll be there Sunday between noon and 3 o'clock, and you can try out to be a kid caster. That means 10 lucky children across the Delaware Valley will earn the right to be doing the weather live on TV with me. So we hope you come out to the mall and try out. We'll be showing as many as we can for the next several weeks, but 10 of them will come on in and do the weather live. It will be a lot of fun.
And boy, those temperatures you're putting up there, they're like Donovan's prices.
Oh.
I mean, you're a temperature cheapskate.
Yes, I am.
Yes,
for the next couple of months, I'm
chill,
going to be very frugal with those numbers.
Oh, boy, still ahead. A woman working in the world of politics.
Next, a woman's view with Ruth Ann Minard, Delaware's first woman governor, re-elected to her second term last week. Hear what she overcame in her life to land on top. Plus,
as the Marines move into Fallujah, Iraq, a retired Marine Corps colonel and dean of the Valley Forge Military Academy warns of the dangers of urban warfare. I'm Robin McIntosh and Wayne. I'll have that story coming up on Eyewitness News.
The turning point of the Eagles game was the opening kickoff. If you dish it out, you eventually have to take it. We wrap up the Steelers game in sports.
CBS Tonight.
Mandatory evacuations are underway.
A 30-foot wall of water.
This thing's gonna be a monster.
Is headed for Miami.
The wave is not the only thing about to hit Miami.
We got us a homicide.
It's an episode so big.
Look at that horizon. That is not the horizon.
It can't fit into just 1 hour.
Close your eyes.
A 90-minute CSI Miami at a special time. CBS Tonight.
In the 50s, the Central High Lancers and the Princeton Tigers looked to Gene Locks to carve up defenses. And for 4 decades, this former quarterback set his sights on carving up defenses of a different sort, representing working people who suffer personal injury or disease. And like any great play caller, Locks puts together a winning team. A team with experience. A team known as Locks Law Firm. Proud to bring you the personal injury report on CBS 3's Eagles Kickoff.
Dents, dings, fender bender, rear ender, whatever. Even a little hit's a big deal. But at Maaco, a big deal means a great deal, especially if you're paying out of your pocket for repairs. An independent study confirms that, on average, Maaco repairs cost 33% less than at body shops and car dealers. Maaco gets the job done fast, at a great price, and guarantees a seamless repair. Little hits, no big deal, just a great deal. But only at Maaco, the Cosmolision specialist.
It's the sparkle in her eyes, that glow that says how much she loves her gift and how much she loves you. It's something you give that reflects so well on you, and you know you've made a brilliant choice. That's how Gordon's Jewelers is gonna make you shine.
Don't you know? It's a feeling inside. We're gonna make you shine. All I know. We'll make you shine.
Gordon's Jewelers, since 1905.
It's the talk of the town. How could they lose that bad?
Oh, keep the faith. Keep the faith.
Oh, absolutely. No, they'll be okay. How about all these Steeler fans, talking trash now after the game's over? They're coming from everywhere. All right, the Eagles are climbing up off the canvas, down for the 10 count from the opening kickoff. If you can't run the ball and you can't stop the run, you can't win. The Steelers rammed the football down the Birds' throat. You can't blame the offense, really. They barely got on the field. Pittsburgh had the ball for almost 43 minutes of the 60-minute game. The defense is 26th of 32 teams stopping the run. Now, I won't beat a dead horse, so we'll move on to what's next. The coach says character will help his guys learn from the loss.
This team will bounce back. It's a character football team, and they hit a bump in the road here, but they'll bounce back and come back strong.
Well, we got a bunch of guys on this team that have been around a long time, and I expect nothing different. I expect these guys to get it together, and we come out next week and have a better performance.
They'll only lose 2 or 3 games, so it's not. Let's just relax and enjoy this great season.
Once in a while, you need a day there where you get shocked.
Some days you don't have it. We all know that, right? Everybody out there. Some days you don't have it.
Yeah.
He's got it right.
Some of us don't have it more days than others don't have it.
Coming up in the next half hour, students head back to class after an F-16 sprays bullets at their school, but the search for answers continues. We're live.
A truck turns over on I-95 during rush hour right on top of a car. The man in the car lives to talk about it. We'll be right back.
It's time to look 10 years younger. With LA Weight Loss, I never once was hungry. I never had to starve myself. I would describe it as a very supportive program. No, I'm not a paid actress. I'm doing this because I love LA Weight Loss, and I know what a struggle it can be to lose weight. If I can convince one person to take that next step, I'm happy.
Now it is your time.
LA Weight Loss Centers. Call for your free consultation. 1-800-526-SLIM.
Dodge Durango's making it to the top of a lot of lists. It came in first in a car and driver full-size SUV comparison test. It received 5 stars, the highest government frontal crash test rating. And since it's roomier and more powerful than Explorer or Trailblazer, lots of American families are making Durango their first choice. See your Dodge dealer and put Durango at the top of your list, too.
Get 0% financing, a great package discount, and bonus cash for total savings of up to $57.50 on Durango SLT.
When families and teachers work together, our children are the winners.
As both a teacher and a parent, I'm proud of our schools.
I'm proud New Jersey is one of the top 2 states for the percentage of students going on to college.
And first in the nation for high scores on advanced placement tests for college credit.
I teach the basics and more: hard work, respect, and self-discipline.
The members of the New Jersey Education Association.
Making public schools great for every child.
Have you been in an accident of any kind? Any stalling, sputtering, that kind of thing?
Don't buy a used car without a Carfax history report. Now with the buyback guarantee. For details, ask your dealer or go to Carfax.com.
Diabetes doesn't wait.
You never keep me waiting.
But does your meter take longer than 5 seconds to give you a result?
Right on time.
What are you waiting for? Switch to One Touch Ultra. Results in 5 seconds.
Here's something that'll have your feet moving.
Tap on down to Window Wizards for Anderson Windows.
You'll get Anderson quality on bays, bows, and patio doors.
We'll even dance over to your place because we install everything that we sell.
Window Wizards, where the magic is in the savings. No deposit, no payments, and no interest for up to a year.
Anderson quality.
Window Wizards installation.
Now that's a showstopper.
Want to spruce up your meatloaf? Just add Bob Evans sausage. What you get is a meatloaf with absolutely no need for extra ketchup. The possibilities are delicious.
Bob Evans, done on the farm.
Now, live, CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 4.
A search for answers tonight in Ocean County, New Jersey. Parents and community leaders will gather in a few hours to ask National Guardsmen what happened. What happened when an F-16 opened fire on their children's school. Today, students were in class for the first time since the incident. Jamie Smith live now in Little Egg Harbor with more on the story. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Mark. Well, students and teachers were not actually inside the school building when it was hit on Wednesday night. Then they were off again on Thursday, off on Friday due to a teachers' conference. Well, they came back again this morning, and coming back after all that's happened was a little bit different. Worried students were back in class today. Their first time here since a National Guard F-16 like this mistakenly fired upon the intermediate school last week.
We didn't even know that there was any kind of planes flying over. So I'm horrified by it.
Military investigators are still trying to figure out how one of its jets accidentally fired multiple rounds this size, 8 of which struck the school building Wednesday night. The F-16 had been flying a practice mission over the Warren Grove Gunnery Range, located 3.5 miles from the school. The 2,600-acre facility is now closed until the military figures out how this happened. Some parents picking up their kids from class this afternoon want the firing range closed for good.
They've got to move this, the most densely populated state in the United States, and having a bombing range 3 miles from the school is probably not a good idea.
Even teachers here are concerned with the safety of more than just the school itself.
I live 3/10 of a mile from here. Possibility of it hitting our house. You know, we want to be safe like everybody else.
Now, the gunnery range has been open since World War II, but parents and teachers will get a chance to express their concerns about it being here when they meet with military officials at a meeting coming up tonight at 8 o'clock. That's the latest live from Ocean County, New Jersey. I'm Jamie Smith, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
All right, Jamie, thanks. An all-out assault on insurgents in Fallujah, Iraq has been going on all day and all night. U.S. Army troops and Marines are fighting side by side with Iraqi special forces. The ground assault is accompanied by air raids and artillery barrages from other American forces. Fallujah has been a hotbed of terrorist activity in Iraq for months. The assault on Fallujah involves house-to-house street fighting, perhaps the most dangerous type of mission for ground troops. Robin McIntosh reports.
The Delaware County campus of the Valley Forge Military Academy is a long way from the battle-scarred streets of Fallujah.
It's a lot of rubble, there's a lot of alleys, there's a lot of corners.
James Doyle is the dean of the academy, a retired Marine colonel who has led operations from Panama to Saudi Arabia to the streets of Somalia. He knows firsthand the dangers of urban warfare.
Block to block, door to door. I mean, all of those technological advantages are significantly degraded.
As thousands of Marines fight neighborhood to neighborhood in Fallujah to drive out the insurgents, Colonel Doyle, his cadets, and the world are watching and worrying.
Historically, the highest casualty rates are met or happen during urban fighting.
At Valley Forge, order and discipline are part of the daily drill, but Colonel Doyle knows when it comes to urban warfare, it can be close encounters of the worst kind.
Dangerous work, absolutely. You kick in a door, you don't know what's on the other side of it. It's, one 18-year-old against another 18-year-old.
In Wayne, Robin McIntosh, CBS 3 Eyewitness News.
A South Jersey police officer is fighting for his life tonight following a horrible crash early this morning. Chopper 3 on the scene off Parkway Avenue near the Mercer County Airport. The Ewing Township police cruiser smashed into a tree. The officer was rushed to a hospital. He's in critical condition. No word right now on what caused that accident. Amazing. No serious injuries in this crash between a truck and a car. Chopper 3 over the scene on 95 South near Churchman's Marsh, Delaware this morning. A truck carrying drywall overturned, smashed into a car on the shoulder of the road. The driver of the crushed vehicle tells CBS 3 it happened so fast.
Truck just come over 4 lanes, and I saw it come, and I got over as far as I could, and they just tipped over on top of me.
Well, we'll have more on this amazing story of survival coming up on Eyewitness News at 6.
Funeral arrangements are now set for Philadelphia attorney Ron White. The central figure in the federal investigation into City Hall corruption died last week. Services will be held Wednesday at Penn Memorial Baptist Church in the city's Winfield section. White's viewing is from 10 until noon with funeral services to follow. White lost his battle with cancer on Thursday at the age of 55. A heads up for motorists who drive the Schuylkill Expressway at night. A 4-month-long construction project begins tonight to repair the bridge over the Schuylkill River in Philadelphia. Motorists can expect nighttime lane closures between the University Avenue and Vare Avenue exits from 8 p.m. until 5 a.m. What a mess that is going to make.
Oh, and Bob Kelly's going to have more to talk about and make us all cry, as you usually do there, Bobby. How are you?
I'm doing great. We're going to show you how to get around those lane closures beginning tonight. You ready, gang? Eastbound, they're going to work tonight. And then, of course, they'll be alternating east and westbound. If you're heading to the sporting events and you're heading home, this is going to affect you. Your best way to stay around it, just use 95 over to the Vine Expressway across town, and that'll get you back to the Schuylkill. But the whole entire work zone is centered right here. And what else is amazing, too, is that the Platte Bridge as well as the Girard Point double-decker bridge are also under construction. So this whole left side of the screen, a cone zone. Car fire on the Pennsylvania Turnpike. It's westbound, causing delays from Valley Forge out to Downingtown. It's in the right lane. Police and fire are on the scene. Let's lock up those sensors. A CBS 3 triple traffic shot here. 202, your big delay right there on the top slow from the Schuylkill down to Route 30. You can see the average miles per hour on the right-hand side there, 39, and our sensors are estimating 15 minutes to make it through that stretch of roadway. Let's open up the front door. Your ship's coming in, Mark. There it is. Tacony-Palmyra Bridge straight up for a lift bridge opening there. This Captain Stubing heading southbound. Your alternative, you know anyone who would typically use the Tacony-Palmyra, there it is right there, the old Betsy Ross Bridge. Hey, check this out. It's pretty cool. Got a plane coming in for a landing. Philadelphia International Airport and 422 as we go out to the burbs. Take a live look. Headlights are on. A little bit of sun glare if you look real closely on your left-hand side there. And just a heads up, you know, when you're driving into work in the morning, the deer have been out on all of those major roadways. 422, 202, Route 30. We had a half a dozen accidents this morning that involved cars and deer. So just a heads up, you know, they're out there and they're running across the roadway and catching you by surprise.
Right.
Thanks,
You know what
Bobby.
They say you're supposed to honk and not flash the lights because they get stunned with the lights. But honking
exactly, a little honk and try. You know, they say you don't want to jerk the car too much to avoid because by you
have to overcorrect.
Exactly, yeah. So just kind of watch yourself.
All right, Bobby. Well,
Okay.
how old are the tires on your car? One consumer safety group says even if they look good, they could be dangerous. Now, this group is asking the federal government to require a born-on date for car and truck tires, the date the tire was born. Manufacturers say they're worried that people will think newer tires are safer regardless of wear and tear. Tire industry officials are looking into this whole story.
Still to come, a big sell in the Smarty Jones family. Plus,
Desperate Housewives is, I think, a silent epidemic in America.
Oh, dear. Married women leading secret lives. Stephanie goes one-on-one with Dr. Phil about real Desperate Housewives.
and find out what Delaware's first woman governor, Ruth Ann Minner, overcame to become one of the most powerful women in our region. Kathy. Gusty winds across the Delaware Valley, but things are calming down. Chopper 3 live over Center City, Philadelphia. A beautiful end to the day. What's to come? We'll have that with the 5-day coming up when we come back.
Meet Dr. Phil's own Desperate Housewives.
I have a secret life. My kids have no idea.
You are stalking a married man. All new Dr. Phil.
I never admit that's anybody.
Today at 5, followed by Eyewitness News at 6.
A renewed sense of confidence has come to the full-size sedan. Introducing the Ford 500. It combines the control of front wheel or available all-wheel drive with an innovative reinforced structure for precise handling and a secure feeling on the road. The new Ford 500, elevating the sedan. Ford, built for the road ahead.
Online banking is great, except it scares me. What if the computer pays the wrong bills, transfers my money to the wrong place? How do I get it back? $300. I had it, then it vanished. My money. Oh yeah, says the banker? Prove it. I can't prove it. The computer just stole it. If I was a customer, this is how I'd be thinking. And that's how I try to think when I program the computers our company uses.
Susquehanna Patriot Bank. We put ourselves in your shoes.
Need storage? Public Storage has everything you need to store anything you've got. Now get your first month's rent for just $1. Call 1-800-44-STORE today and get started for just $1 at Public Storage.
America's hottest products are here. And just when you've seen one, there comes another, and another. And they're all at your Dodge dealer. Like Ram 1500 with an available 345 horsepower Hemi engine and big 20-inch aluminum wheels. Now get 0% financing plus November bonus cash on 2004 Ram 1500, which can save you up to $8,400.
Next ET, inside Oprah's closet.
The 12 is gonna be too big. It's gonna be too big.
And Johnny Depp's 500-pound Gilbert Grape co-star's disturbing letter.
Being a sideshow freak.
Next, Entertainment Tonight.
Tonight at 7 on CBS 3. This Eyewitness News Health Alert sponsored by Independence Blue Cross.
There's a new chapter in the Smarty Jones story tonight. Smarty's mom, I'll Get Along is her name. She was sold for $5 million in Lexington, Kentucky last night. The horse will give birth to Smarty's sibling, and the new owners are betting that horse will be as good as Smarty. Smarty Jones, of course, sped to fame and fortune with a run for the horse racing Triple Crown, which he missed by one. Alycia?
Mark, it's back to work for Delaware's Governor Ruth Ann Minner. Last week, she defeated a Republican opponent, giving her a second term as governor. Today, in A Woman's View, an interview with one of the most powerful women in our region to find out the secrets to her success.
I certainly hope so.
Spend 5 minutes with Ruth Ann Minner.
There is no question.
And you know Delaware's first woman governor doesn't let anything get in her way.
I'm a woman and I'm proud of it.
Not even the boys' club.
Sometimes they will say, very bluntly, this is men's talk kind of thing, you know. Women don't understand the finances, and I've said, well, I'm running the state, and it's $2.5 billion, and if that isn't finances, what is?
If she still feels the boys aren't treating her as an equal, Minner is quick to put them in their place.
How do you know that your wife won't be left as a widow to raise your children? And would you want the door shut in her face?
Now 69, Minner knows firsthand. She was left a widow at 32 with 3 sons.
So for women to say to me, oh, I'm in this rut, I can't get out of it, you can if you want to, and you've just got to make up your mind and do it.
Also a high school dropout, Minner later returned to school and took her first public service job as a clerk in the State House. 21 years later, she's one of only 9 women governors in the country.
Ladies and gentlemen, Governor Ruth Ann Minner.
Why'd she do it? To prove that women have a lot to offer.
The young girls who will almost say, I just want to touch you, because they see a woman who's achieved, and that's an opportunity that's going to open another door for them.
Her advice for other women:
don't back down. Stand your ground.
All right, well, incredibly, Governor Minter also found time for a family. She has 3 sons, 7 grandchildren, and 1 great-grandchild. If you have an idea for an upcoming Woman's View, drop us an email to womansview@kyw.com.
Now, on the other side of that coin, on Dr. Phil today, he has a series on desperate housewives. Now, Dr. Phil says that there are millions of women who lead double lives.
Medical reporter Stephanie Stahl talked to Dr. Phil about the show. She's here now with a preview.
He is really pumped up about this one, guys. Dr. Phil says this is a powerful and compelling show that no one should miss. Millions of women, he says, are living double lives because of expectations they can't live up to.
Do you ever feel like your life looks picture perfect on the outside, but on the inside, you know you are keeping a secret that would shock everyone?
Dr. Phil profiles 7 desperate housewives who are living dual lives. The problems are surprisingly common, like Stacy, who's bulimic.
It's more of an image thing. I want people to, you know, I think you get further if you look nicer.
Another desperate housewife on Dr. Phil's show reveals she's selling drugs.
These are good women. They're smart, they're articulate, they're motivated, they've lost their way, and they're asking for some help.
Dr. Phil told me how he helps the desperate housewives confront truth and overcome unrealistic expectations.
There is a lot of pressure that comes from an assigned life. There's a lot of pressure that comes from doing something you wouldn't necessarily choose to do. And when people get under pressure, they sometimes make bad choices.
Now, Dr. Phil says there is an epidemic of desperate housewives in America. The first step in overcoming dual lives, he says, is admitting there's a problem and being honest about it. His Desperate Housewives series starts in about 15 minutes and will continue tomorrow with some more shocking revelations. And if people want advice and relate to things they're going to hear about this Desperate Housewives, you can go to our website, kyw.com, and click on health for some more advice.
This is going to be a really interesting one because this is sort of out of the realm of what he normally does.
It is. It is.
Scandalous.
He says a lot of people are going to relate to what they're going to hear him talking about today.
Well, thanks, Steph.
Time for weather. I'm meteorologist Kathy Orr. Good afternoon. We are looking at some gusty winds across the Delaware Valley, gusting to 35 miles an hour. Conditions subsiding tonight and picking up again tomorrow. But wait till tomorrow morning. It will feel like a shock to the system. Take you outside right now where it's still breezy in Center City, Philadelphia. Looking at our city cam here, the bridge, and looking at a few clouds moving in as well. A beautiful evening as we look at the Center City skyline as well with our Campbell's Field cam. You can see sunset not that far away at 4:51, so just minutes away. We'll see mainly clear skies overnight tonight. Live Mega Doppler 3 showing mainly dry conditions across the entire state. A few flurries well to the north, but the Delaware Valley staying dry. The stats for the day, the high temperature so far in Philadelphia made it up to 51 degrees. That was just about it. Now, normally this time of year, we're up to 58. The low this morning, 45. That normal low being 42. Precipitation for the month, just over an inch. Right now, temperatures have fallen somewhat, even in the Poconos. 36 degrees in Allentown, 45. Pottstown, 48. Philadelphia, Millville, even Cape May checking in at 48. 48 in Atlantic City and Trenton, 47 degrees. We see temperatures mainly the same across the region because of the windy conditions. They keep the temperatures fairly uniform. Satellite radar shows moisture to the north in the form of some lake effect snow off of Lake Erie and Lake Ontario. Dry conditions to the south, but some clouds forming in Jersey and Delaware. They will give way to some clearing skies overnight tonight. Freeze warning in effect for expected cold temperatures. The freeze warning includes Philadelphia County, Delaware County, counties to the south and east, including Delaware and also New Jersey. Now, you might find this interesting. This year, of course, November 9th will be the freeze for Philadelphia. Last year, it was November 9th as well. So we're just on schedule in the Philadelphia area for our first freeze. Overnight tonight, here we go with those stiff northwest winds. They'll relax somewhat, pick up again during the day tomorrow. It will be sunny, but with the wind and cold temperatures, it's going to feel like it's only in the 30s. Clear and cold tonight, 28 to 33. That is the range in temperature with northerly winds. By tomorrow, mostly sunny and windy. The high temperature, 46 degrees. Northwesterly winds, 15 to 20 miles an hour. On the exclusive Eyewitness Weather 5-day forecast. Wednesday's high, 47. Thursday, bumping up to 56. That will seem like a heat wave, relatively speaking. For Friday, a few showers. Saturday, 44. But I want you to look at the morning lows Wednesday and Thursday. really looking at the deep freeze in the Delaware Valley. We want everybody to know that we continue our second annual Kidcaster search. If your child has what it takes, this Sunday we will be at the Granite Run Mall in Media from noon until 3, so come out. We will be showing as many of these auditions as we can on the air this week, and 10 lucky Delaware Valley kids will be doing the weather live with me on TV in the month of December, and it's always fun.
Yesterday was the first one, right? Oxford Valley.
We were at Oxford Valley Mall yesterday, and we'll be seeing more of them at 6 o'clock.
Very good.
All right.
Thank you, Kathy. Well, the holidays are ahead, and there is still time to help feed an area family for Thanksgiving.
Manna's Pie in the Sky campaign is in full swing. Just buy a pie for $25. The money buys Thanksgiving dinner for families living with HIV or AIDS. To place your order, go to KYW.com and click on the Pie in the Sky icon.
And coming up in entertainment news, do Disney and Pixar have another hit on their hands?
Plus, Pierce Brosnan is breaking his bond. We'll explain when we come right back.
A CBS 3 exclusive. Dr. Phil exposed. Kathy Orr has uncovered the secrets to a successful marriage. Dr. Phil and his wife Robin are telling all only to CBS 3's Kathy Orr. Tonight on Eyewitness News at 6.
It's huge.
It's enormous.
That's gigantic.
It's New Jersey's Mega Millions game. Go for it, New Jersey. The jackpot is now over $90 million.
On the road ahead, the right SUV can make all the difference. Ford Explorer. Wherever you go, it's built to take you there. And now Explorer is only $299 a month. For a limited time, that includes a no-charge power moonroof and independent rear suspension for a smoother ride. For when the road ahead isn't a road at all. Now drive a well-equipped Ford Explorer XLT 4x4 for only $299 a month from your Quality Plus Ford dealer, where you'll also find the next generation of Ford, built for the road ahead.
It's almost Thanksgiving. Time for Empire's huge factory-authorized pre-holiday sale. Most of us are really excited. Save big with Empire Today's warehouse direct prices. We'll bring samples right to your home, and we can install next day with no payments till 2006, plus a free turkey. Big savings on carpet, plus a free turkey. Don't worry, it's a limited time offer.
800-588-2300 Empire.
Today.
A healthy diet is a matter of balance. So the idea of eliminating an entire major food group like carbohydrates just doesn't hold up. The fact is, complex carbohydrates are critical for providing energy. That's why I love Idaho potatoes. They're high in vitamin C and potassium with no fat and only 100 calories. But not all potatoes come from Idaho, so always look for the grown in Idaho seal. Genuine Idaho potatoes for healthy appetites like yours.
Apple Vacations, the right vacation every time. Log on to applevacations.com for our sizzling specials.
Nobody can do what Maaco does. Maaco can repaint your entire car fast. In most cases, just a few days. Our economical ambassador paint service is only $249. Make it easy, make it right, make it Maaco.
It's huge.
It's enormous.
That's gigantic.
It's New Jersey's Mega Millions game. Go for it, New Jersey. The jackpot is now over $90 million.
Entertainment news now. Pierce Brosnan breaks his bond. Get it? Bond with 007.
The actor says he will not play James Bond again. Brosnan says movie producers asked him to play the spy in a 5th movie, but suddenly withdrew their offer. So he says that's it. Brosnan's pick for a replacement, Colin Farrell.
Jessica Simpson is adding fashion to her repertoire. She's launching a new line of children's clothing, including hats, dresses, underwear, and jewelry. It's called Jessica Simpson and Sweet Kisses. You'll see her fashions in stores next year.
Showtime.
An incredible opening for the newest Pixar film. The Incredibles topped the box office, earning an astonishing $70.7 million. Ray held on to the 2nd place spot. Last week's #1, The Grudge, slipped to 3rd.
And up next, to look at some of the stories we are working on for CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 6.
Stay with us.
30-foot tidal wave
thing's gonna be a monster.
Is headed for Miami.
Look at that horizon. That is not the horizon.
A special 90-minute event.
Close your eyes.
A new CSI Miami at a special time. CBS tonight.
2 of these men in black went to a department store and paid mega bucks for their leather jackets. One went to Ross and got the same jacket for a fraction of the price. Your job? Figure out which one. Ross, there's no comparison.
It combines the things you love about a car with the stuff you need from an SUV. The totally new Ford Freestyle. One vehicle, endless possibilities. Ford, built for the road ahead.
When I want something, I'm not afraid to go for it. And when it comes to my health, I'm a regular powerhouse. I get out there and get answers. So now that I'm eligible for Medicare, I called Aetna about my Medicare health plan options. I had all my questions answered by one of their plan specialists. She helped me understand my benefits options, including a plan with prescription drugs and preventive care. Now, with the information Aetna gave me, I'll be able to decide on the right coverage for me.
If you want to know about your options, call Aetna at 1-800-456-4504. Ask us about our Medicare plan options and get the help you need to choose coverage that's right for you. Call 1-800-456-4504 now, and we'll send you our free kit with information about Aetna's affordable Medicare plan options.
Look, it's my health, my future. You better believe I'm going after the right benefits for me.
We want you to know. Aetna.
What's a guarantee?
It's our personal guarantee.
The best furniture at guaranteed jaw-dropping prices.
100% leather, back, front, sides. No make-believe leather.
And it's not skimpy. It's made to fit regular-sized people.
And all 3 pieces are only $14.99.
Now that's what I call jaw-dropping.
3 pieces of all leather for only $14.99.
We're the Jaron Boys,
and we mean business.
A lot of holiday magic can happen when you save 40 to 60% at Ross. Ross, there's no comparison.
His show is based on helping families survive crises.
But how is Dr. Phil's own family life? It's one of the stories Larry Mendte has at 6. Larry.
Alycia and Marc, tonight on CBS 3 Eyewitness News, we hear from the woman behind the man.
We started visiting that evening. We've been together ever since.
At 6, hear from Robin McGraw about life with Dr. Phil off stage after 28 years of marriage. And it's a romantic approach to healing your aches and pains. Plus,
PGW has thousands of shutoff notices ready to go out this winter. I'm Stephanie Abrams. Hear why they're being very aggressive about cutting off delinquent customers.
and then tonight on CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 11, sometimes even the most well-thought-out plans go wrong. And that's all too true in the business of live television. Tonight at 11 o'clock, Eyewitness News bloopers.
We could tape this thing now.
See, even that went wrong. we have another blooper right now.
We blooped on the bloopers.
That's tonight at 11 o'clock.
Very good, Larry. Thank you. And that is CBS 3 Eyewitness News at 4. I'm Marc Howard.
And I'm Alycia Lane. Now stay tuned for Dr. Phil.
And on today's program, the real lives of desperate housewives.
Their lives may seem picture perfect, but these 7 women are hiding 7 painful secrets that could cost them everything. Secrets that have gotten them arrested, could destroy their marriages, even kill them.
Oh dear, Dr. Phil is next.
Tonight, when Bill has a health scare.
The way he eats, he's more pizza than husband.
His wife feeds him some tough love.
You're full of baloney, and I mean that literally.
Still standing. Then Doug Flutie fills in for Tony on his show.
Aren't you afraid that your replacement will be better than you?
Not until now. Listen up. Next, when these 2 sisters battle, no one is safe. Cameron Manheim guest stars.
Can I have one of these?
Eat it. Drop it.
2.5 Men at a special time. All new comedy CBS Tonight. And Dave's got Tom Hanks on a new Late Show.
Listen carefully. Renowned cosmetic surgeon Dr. David Kent is looking for select women over 40 to take advantage of his amazing lifestyle lift. You've seen this breakthrough procedure on ABC, CBS, NBC, and Fox newscasts. It can take up to 20 years of facial aging off in under an hour, and you can be back to work the next day. Call now 1-800-IMAGE-75 to see if you're a candidate. That's 1-800-IMAGE-75. The lifestyle lift. Now it doesn't hurt to look younger.
After 3 days. Yep, 3 days.
I don't believe it. I mean, you know, he was such a nice guy, you know, and I ain't too much.
Kids, all 3 of them.
Thanks, Stacey. Thank you, Winona. See you in Nashville, girl. Bye, everybody.
Tom Hanks plus Seal performs next live.
Action News, Delaware Valley's leading news program, with Scott Palmer, Dave Roberts, Rick Williams, and Monica Malpass.
A full-scale assault is underway tonight in Fallujah. Thousands of American troops and Iraqi forces have joined together to try to capture the insurgent stronghold. The attack began with a crushing air and artillery bombardment overnight.
It is Monday night. The big story tonight on Action News is the fight for Fallujah. Up to 15,000 U.S. troops along with Iraqi forces have encircled that city. Artillery, tanks, and warplanes are pounding the city, softening the defenses and trying to set off any bombs and booby traps before the troops move in. Let's get the very latest now. We go live to ABC's Stephanie Sy in Baghdad with a full report on all of today's developments. Stephanie.
Good evening. Thousands of U.S. soldiers are advancing on Fallujah tonight, squeezing the insurgency from all sides. By tomorrow, U.S. troops are expected to have entered the city center. U.S. troops have begun the battle for Fallujah by attacking the core of the insurgency. Under the cover of night, thousands of forces crept into the maze-like alleyways in northern Fallujah, gaining a foothold in rebel territory. In the opening drumbeat of battle, artillery, tanks, and warplanes blasted planned targets to clear the way for troops on the ground. On the outskirts of Fallujah, Marines have dug into positions in the sand, ready to reinforce troops on the front lines. They've been taking fire from insurgents for days.
It's just a constant exchange of fire.
In the first phase of the ground assault, U.S. and Iraqi forces seized 2 key bridges and the city's main hospital, which was believed to be a refuge for insurgents. Several foreign fighters were arrested during the raid. In the heart of the city, armed fighters continued to roam freely through the abandoned streets, shouting in Arabic, "God is great," as they fired off mortar rounds. U.S. forces will have to win Fallujah block by block from an enemy driven by vengeance, nationalism, and visions of holy war. Troops are...
It's pretty early, and things are just getting going, but hopefully it doesn't last that long, and we can take the city like we planned.
Most of the country is now under emergency law. Borders with Syria and Jordan have been sealed, and Baghdad International Airport is closed for 48 hours. Live in Baghdad, Stephanie Sy, ABC News. Now back to you.
All right, Stephanie, thank you. And that's our coverage of the fight for Fallujah for the moment. ABC's World News Tonight will have the very latest following Action News at 6. In other news tonight, a new twist in the Scott Peterson double murder trial. The jury appears to be deadlocked. Jurors told the judge today that they cannot come up with a verdict. The judge did not declare a hung jury, but told jurors to deliberate with an open mind, not passion or prejudice. Earlier, jurors got in the boat prosecutors claim Peterson used to dispose of his wife, Lacey, and their unborn child in San Francisco Bay. Peterson's lawyer demanded a mistrial after they rocked the boat, saying that violated the judge's order. The judge denied that motion. Jurors have two choices if they convict Peterson: first or second-degree murder, life or death. Back here, a police chase ended with this grinding crash this afternoon in Jackson Township, Ocean County, New Jersey. Chopper 6 over the scene along Hyson Road near Larson Road. The impact split a power pole in two, leaving a transformer and high voltage lines dangling. Police aren't saying what sparked the chase, and there's no word yet on the driver's condition.
A robber gunned down the owner of a dry cleaning business in Philadelphia's Winfield section today. 42-year-old Ki Young Hung was shot to death this morning at his business on Winfield Avenue near Bryn Mawr Avenue. The robbery apparently happened as Hung was opening for the day. We will have a live report with the very latest for you on the investigation coming up on Action News tonight at 6. Well, a woman who was savagely beaten with a baseball bat along South Street this weekend has died. Philadelphia police have made an arrest now, and the suspect is expected to be charged with murder. Action News reporter Vernon Odom filed this report just a moment ago.
This is the murder suspect, 26-year-old Nadir Ali, a former medical student arrested late this morning at his parents' home in Franklin Lakes, New Jersey.
You don't hit someone in the head with a baseball bat and not intend to kill them.
At 9th and South yesterday, just before 2 p.m., police say Ali savagely attacked 25-year-old Leah Sullivan from behind, hitting her in the head with a baseball bat as she left this supermarket. Sullivan was a third-year medical student at Thomas Jefferson University.
He approached from behind with a baseball bat. The young lady was struck several times. She dropped to the ground. He then exited the scene, hopped into a parked car. He was legally parked on the south side of South Street and made his escape that way.
Witnesses provided police with a license plate number that led to the arrest of Ali this morning in Bergen County, New Jersey. Police sources say Ali's a former medical student at Jefferson and had only a passing acquaintance with Sullivan, nothing more. Leah Sullivan was rushed to Jefferson Hospital where she lingered near death. She was pronounced at 2:30 this afternoon. Her family held a vigil at her bedside. Sullivan grew up in this Bryn Mawr home. The Sullivan's neighbors have been stunned by this tragedy.
It's just like a bolt from the blue. They're very nice people, wonderful, family, friendly.
That was Vernon Odom reporting tonight. New Jersey Governor Jim McGreevey delivered his farewell address today. The governor is resigning next Monday, November 15th. That's the date he set back in August when he announced he was gay and had an affair with a man. Today at the State Museum Auditorium in Trenton, McGreevey apologized to his family. He also said he was sorry to disappoint the citizens of New Jersey.
I am not apologizing for being a gay American, but rather for having let personal feelings impact my decision-making, and for not having had the courage to be open about whom I was.
McGreevey and his wife plan to move to separate homes now. His family did not attend today's speech. New Jersey correspondent Norma Shanik will have a full report on tonight's farewell address coming up tonight on Action News at 6.
Making Philadelphia schools safer was the focus of a special hearing of City Council today. Philadelphia Police Commissioner Sylvester Johnson testified before a joint committee in council chambers. He addressed the recent surge of school violence that's left scores of children wounded or worse. Commissioner Johnson attributed the problem largely to drugs. Here's some of his testimony at City Council this morning.
I'm not criticizing.
What we were finding, a lot of the violence are drug-related, more so than gang-related. They're drug-related. And I think there's a lot of things that we have to do and a lot of ways we have to go. But I also constantly say that law enforcement by itself will never be able to change those things, that it has to be a holistic type of approach, that we all have to get involved.
Johnson outlined a number of initiatives the department is implementing to keep schools and the surrounding neighborhoods safer, like increased foot patrols and a 24-hour hotline to report unsafe situations.
It's going to be a chilly night tonight. Temperatures expected to drop below freezing across much of the area. Let's go outside to Dave Roberts and the nippy details from AccuWeather. Hello, Dave.
Hello, Monica. Coming off of that beautiful weekend, 60 degrees for the high on Saturday. Yesterday, 69 degrees, and now it's all changing as AccuWeather said it would. The National Weather Service has posted that freeze warning. It is posted for all of the highlighted areas in blue there that you see. This is for tonight from Philadelphia, Delaware, Burlington, down to Cape May, Cumberland, Atlantic, and down to Kent. All of those counties, a freeze warning posted by the National Weather Service. Let's get to it now. Action radar. Well, there's the scene in Syracuse, New York today, talking about colder weather and winter. The area picked up anywhere from 1 to 2 inches of rain out of that system. I should say snow out of that system. A snowy scene in Syracuse, New York. What I wanted to show you first was the action radar, the winter scene there. You see that cold air coming out, lake effect stuff coming down. Obviously not going to hit us, but you saw what it did in Syracuse, New York. Temperature-wise there, they're going to be in the upper 20s. What to expect for us overnight? Well, mostly clear skies on the breezy side, 40 and 45 degrees. And then even colder weather is on the way. The coldest air of the current season is on the way. We'll tell you more about that when we come back in just a few minutes as we get closer and closer to winter. Rick and Monica?
All right. Thank you, Dave. And it's time now for a check of our Action News traffic report tonight.
All right, let's go live to the Smart Traveler Operations Center and John Valerio. How are you on a Monday, John?
For a Monday, not too bad. Okay. Good evening to you guys and everybody out there. And we do certainly have some traffic out there even for a Monday. Let's start with a map and an accident that has Route 29 closed in both directions, north and south, between Valley and Pleasant Valley Roads in Hopewell Township, Mercer County. A truck accident. Certainly you want to avoid that area. And we do have some heavy eastbound traffic on the Schuylkill Expressway. We are looking live just east of Route 202. The headlights showing you eastbound traffic and heavy from 202 to Gulf Mills and then Conshohocken down to Belmont. Basically, your eastbound ride from the King of Prussia area down to Center City is about 30 minutes right now. And we'll also take a look at 422 just at Route 23, and that is westbound traffic on the left-hand side. No surprises through this area. We are heavy from 202 to Trooper Road. And check out 202 and 29, East Whiteland Township, Chester County. A little bit heavier than normal southbound traffic on the left-hand side. As you can see, it is basically heavy from Chesterbrook down to 401. And Smart Traveler is brought to you by Pico and Exelon Company, and your safety is Pico's top priority. I'm John Valerio for Channel 6 Action News. Monica, back to you.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, it was a rough day at City Hall for Philadelphia Mayor John Street after he lost a bet on yesterday's Eagles-Steelers game. The mayor had to wear a Pittsburgh Steelers jersey to work today. He made a friendly wager last week with Allegheny County Executive Dan Honorato, and the loser had to wear the rival team's jersey. There it is. The mayor isn't the only one, of course, with a long face today. Thousands of Eagles fans feel the same way. Let's go live on the action cam to Phil Andrews at the Lynch. Phil.
Oh, Monica, come on. Wait a minute. All right, the sky's not falling. Everything is A-OK. And you know what? Most of the Eagles fans I've spoken with today are taking yesterday's loss in stride. Simply tickled midnight green that their team is 7-1 here at the midway point of the season. But even I have to admit, watching yesterday's game was rough. As a matter of fact, those type of games make for restless nights.
Motion, Hines Ward. Here comes the blitz. The handoff goes to Ward, turns the corner. He's at the 15, he's at the 10, he's at the 5, he leaps into the end zone.
It was a butt whipping. I'm gonna say butt whipping because it's probably like a primetime TV or whatnot. So I'm just gonna say butt whipping. We got a basket.
He lets it fly. Complete over on the far side of the field and walking easily in for the touchdown. It's Hines Ward, his second of the game.
Hey, no, where'd you go?
Hey, got to give them guys credit, man. We came in hostile territory, and we came in here with an agenda, and we didn't get it done.
T.O. following Donovan around, all in Donovan's ear, about what's happening on the field. And Donovan doesn't want to hear it. This is one of the problems. This is what you're going to run into when T.O. is not happy.
T.O. was kind of, making sure everything was all right, and let's go and keep firing away and keep doing what you do, Donovan. And it was more encouragement than it was anything else.
He's looking. He starts to dash. He is grabbed, and he fires the football, and it's intercepted. Running with the football all the way down to the 40-yard line is Farrier.
Whoa. Oh, my God. It was just a dream. Thank goodness, man. That was ugly.
Yeah, and as we found out, it wasn't a dream. It was more like a nightmare for the Eagles and their fans. But here's the silver lining in yesterday's loss. It's a good loss because it's against an AFC team. The 3 games coming up are the ones that count. Next week, Monday night here on Channel 6 against Dallas, then against the Redskins, and then 3 weeks from now against the New York Giants. Live from Lincoln Financial Field, I'm Phil Andrews. I'm going back to bed now. Channel 6 Action News.
Hey, Phil, what's your teddy bear's name, by the way?
Teddy.
Teddy, okay. Very good.
It's actually my son Anthony's teddy bear.
Yeah, sure it is, Phil. Sure it is.
Thank you, Phil.
Much more still to come on Action News tonight. And Health Check We'll find out about the body lift that's helping reshape people's lives.
Also had on Action News tonight, a woman is found dead after a house fire in Philadelphia. Police now say it's a case of murder.
Plus, a Delaware man is thankful to be alive after walking away from what could have been a very serious crash. Those stories and much more as the early edition of Action News continues.
The next generation of Ford is right here, right now. The all-new Ford GT. The next Super Duty. The all-new 500. The new Escape Hybrid. The all-new Freestyle. The new Mustang. Experience this exciting new lineup at your local Ford store, November 18th through the 21st. Welcome to the next generation of Ford, built for the road ahead.
Ow! Good morning, Mr. Backing.
I didn't sleep so good myself. It's this old mattress. Time to visit the Sealy Sleep Center.
At Raymore and Flanagan?
So smart. One reason I married you.
Enjoy free next day delivery at the Sealy Sleep Centers at Raymore and Flanagan, where Posturepedic twin mattresses are just $139 and Posturepedic pillow top queen sets are just $549.
Now this is a mattress. Hey, what about one of the big screen TV first?
You know, that new sofa in the den is a sleeper.
I hear that.
Diamonds, the gift she really wants. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of diamonds, most with GIA or EGL certs, laser inscribed and guaranteed the lowest price. The Jewelry Factory has thousands of mountings, and your diamond is set while you wait. 1-carat solitaires are $5.99. Marquise solitaires are $3.99, and 1-carat studs are $3.99. The Jewelry Factory carries most shapes and sizes, including 5 carats and above. You can't beat our deals. Buy factory direct and save. The Jewelry Factory in Norristown.
The Cadillac Super Network dealers present the hottest new stop for Broadway's most spectacular shows. Visit WPVI.com for a schedule of events for Broadway at the Academy. Proudly sponsored by Cadillac, the official vehicle of Broadway at the Academy.
Season's greetings from Dollar Tree, where everything's $1 every day. You know, the holiday season's big for us. We see a lot of old friends and a lot of new faces.
Ornaments?
Aisle 4.
All right, else we need some wrapping paper, lights, stocking stuffers, candles, nutcrackers, mugs, ribbons, toys. Hurry, Joe, we need 40 gallons.
When everything's just $1, you're bound to attract a crowd.
Quickly, guys, hurry.
I just wish they wouldn't park on the roof. Everything's just $1 every day at Dollar Tree. Believe it.
Tonight, the exciting new heart drug that's saving and prolonging lives.
The risk of death was dramatically reduced.
But there's a big controversy. You may not be able to get it. Find out why on World News Tonight with Peter Jennings.
Yasser Arafat's deathbed drama in France is turning into a struggle for power. His doctor says he is in critical but stable condition, and visitors are prohibited. The ban on visitors seemingly comes from his wife, who fears Palestinian leaders coming to the hospital want to strip Arafat of power in the PLO. She says they want to, quote, bury him alive. But an Arafat aide says Mrs. Arafat isn't the lone voice in the PLO, and she may want his inheritance.
All right, Anita Brigman joins us now with Health Check and big news out of a major heart health meeting.
We're going to be hearing about this all week, guys. Lots of news coming out of that meeting. A simple fabric device that acts like a support stocking is getting high marks for helping weak hearts. It's designed for people with heart failure. Data released at the Heart Association meeting showed it helped hearts pump better and even shrink back to more normal size. With the heart stocking, many patients were actually able to avoid transplants. The hospital at the University of Pennsylvania was the first to use this device 4 years ago to save the life of a 41-year-old mother of 3. In other health news, stomach bypass operations have helped thousands of people achieve dramatic weight loss. Many of them, though, may need more help with what's called a body lift to find the thin person within. Emma Armstrong did it. Terry Browning did it. So did Adam Loke. All lost around 100 pounds with the help of gastric bypass surgery. But after the weight fell off and their health improved, these people were left with a lot of excess skin and tissue.
I still found myself having to go to the women's stores, the larger stores, to find clothes that would fit because of the rolls, the sagging skin, the lumps, the bumps, the love handles.
The skin, which has lost its elasticity or stretch back ability, sort of like a rubber band would have, then it just tends to hang.
That excess skin isn't just unsightly. It can be the source of rashes and infections. So a rising number of people who've lost a lot of weight are seeking body lifts, contouring procedures for the arms, stomach, and thighs. Dr. Al Mamaniscus of Rittenhouse Plastic Surgery says body lifts are an increasing sector of his practice. Nationwide, more than 52,000 were done last year. The shaping can be done through several operations or through a full central body lift.
Rejuvenation and tightening is done at sort of 360 degrees.
Here's how doctors do it, with an incision all the way around the waist. Like a stomach bypass, this is also a major operation with potential complications from the sheer extent of the work. But most patients have no regrets.
I'd do it again 20 more times. yes, it was worth it.
Now, even though this body lift is cosmetic in nature, insurance companies are covering it more and more depending on the potential health benefits to the person.
Okay. Thanks, India.
Thank you. Still to come, it doesn't look like anyone could have survived a plane crash coming up here, but miraculously everyone did.
That story, the rest of the AccuWeather forecast and more when Action News comes right